Hi, this is Sharon Lim. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I blog at sharonitwithyou.blogspot.com. And today we're doing a fun fold using the True Love Designer Series paper. This is in Pool Party. This one is in Calypso Coral. This one is Daffodil Delight. And the last one I did in Flirty Flamingo. So let's get started. You first want to start with a base card that measures 5.5 by 8.5, and it is scored at 2, 3 1/8, 5 3/8, and 6.5. Get my bone folder. I'm going to fold the two center ones down and the two on the ends out. And make sure that it is getting crisp, and it looks like that when you look at it from the top down. I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to show you what I did with the True Love DSP. You're going to need a couple pieces that are cut, 1 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then another sheet just to color. So the colors I took were the Pool Party light and dark, and the Old Olive light and dark. And the technique that I use, and there's different ways of doing it, is you take the dark first and you try to accent all the lines where you think it's gonna kind of show darker. That's how I do it. Then you take the light and you blend it all in. And it does take a while. Some people aren't sure about how it looks when they color, and I always figure just give it time, because it is an alcohol ink, so it does need to blend a little bit. So give it time to actually dry, and then you'll see the effect of it. And I do the similar technique on the leaves. So the veins will get some dark accents here. Then the light will blend that in, but it'll still maintain that vein of the leaf, if that makes sense. And they eventually blend, so it's not such a harsh line. That's what I love about the blends. It does look like you really colored it almost professionally, and there's no real way to mess it up. So it's kind of what it looks like. And when it's all done, can you see that? How you can see the highlights kind of are focused in. Then with the two side panels, I took the light of the Pool Party and I only colored around the flowers. And that was to accent it, because I really love the pictures of the flowers. I love how they look, and I didn't want to color them all. I wanted to also have the flowers as the focus here. I'm using the brush tip here, just kind of going around. Feel free to use the thinner part of it to be able to do it. I'm just trying to get it so I'm getting all the broad space around, so it kind of looks like a highlight of the colors. And then you can actually see how well the flowers really pop out when you just highlight just around in the outline of the flowers. I really like this look. It's a different way of highlighting the flowers. Does anybody else enjoy the coloring with the blends? I'm finally getting into it. I've had them for a while, and I love just testing them out and kind of seeing what it looks like every time when you color, because it does look different to me each time, because the alcohol actually dries differently each time, I think. Depends on like the pressure that you're putting on with the marker onto the paper, how many times you go over it. It's a little different. So you can use the thinner part of the marker to catch those. But I think I like the look of it that way. So let's bring back the card base here. And I'm going to bring my stamp and seal. I put a T with a Sharpie in there just to remind me where the top of the cap goes when it comes back. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal Plus on there. And you're just going to adhere it to the side panels. And again, my favorite part of Stampin' Up! Products, how everything matches, the markers and everything. Then there's a piece of white on the back, 2 by 5 1/4, so you can actually write a sentiment if you prefer. There's not a lot of room on the front once you put all the flowers in. That goes on the back. And I already pre-cut some flowers and that I colored before, and then I took a black piece from the rectangle stitch dies and then a piece of white there. So 2 1/8 by 3 1/2 is the black, and the white is 2 by 3 3/8. So a little adhesive here, and I use the black so the outlines of the flowers really pop, I thought. So that'll go right here. I already put some dimensionals on the back of the pre-colored and cut out flowers. I'm just going to use this tool to take the release paper from it. It's so much easier than trying to pick at it. Especially if you've cut your fingernails, you don't really have much for that. So let's see how we want to accent that. Let's see, let's get this way. A little dimension there. And then some more adhesive here. Or I probably shouldn't have done all the way to the side. I think it's okay. Will it reach? Maybe I'll have to put a piece of paper behind that. I forgot about that. Then a sentiment from the Handsomely Suited stamp set. Take out my Memento. Let's do it this way. I'll put the sentiment there. And that's it. A lovely way to accent, like I said, for using the True Love designer paper. Thank you for letting me share this with you. I'll lay out the rest of the card to remind you the different colors and the themes. Have a great day. Thanks.